The journey of personal transformation is, without a doubt, one of the most profound and meaningful experiences we can ever go through. It often begins the moment we realize that we are carrying invisible blockages within us, beliefs, emotions, and patterns that quietly drain our energy and prevent us from reaching our true potential. When these blockages begin to dissolve, it can feel almost miraculous. But in reality, this transformation is not magic. It's a natural process that starts with something very simple: the way we think about ourselves and the beliefs we choose to hold about life. From a very young age, we all learn rules about who we are and what we deserve. Some of these beliefs uplift and empower us, but many others silently imprison us. Picture a child who grows up hearing, again and again, that they have to be perfect in order to be loved or accepted. This message, even if unspoken, leaves a scar. Years later, that same child might become an adult who achieves a lot, yet deep down still feels not enough. That is the power of beliefs. They shape how we see ourselves and how we experience the world. And here's the truth: the past is irreversible. We cannot go back and change what has already happened, but we can decide whether or not those old stories will dictate our future. What really shapes our lives is not what lies behind us, nor even what lies ahead, but what we choose to think and believe in the present moment. Imagine yourself standing at a crossroads. One path leads backward, into memories filled with regrets. Another points forward, into the unknown, full of worries and anxieties. But there's also the path right beneath your feet, the present moment. When you choose this path, you stand on solid ground, real, tangible, full of infinite possibilities. The philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." His words remind us that more than external circumstances, it is our inner world that creates the life we experience. Yet, there's a challenge. Deep within, many of us carry limiting beliefs. Stories like, "I'm not good enough," I don't do enough," or "I don't deserve happiness." These internal narratives quietly chip away at our self-confidence and create energetic blockages that hold us back from living fully. One of the most powerful ways to dissolve these blockages is through the practice of positive affirmations. At first glance, it might seem too simple. How can just a few words make such a difference? But affirmations act like seeds planted in the fertile soil of the mind. Imagine standing in front of a mirror every morning and saying, "I am worthy of happiness and success. I am enough just as I am." At first, it may feel strange, but repeated with sincerity, these words begin to create a new inner reality. Just as a gardener patiently tends the seeds, affirmations require care and repetition. Over time, they blossom into strength, confidence, and clarity. By replacing thoughts like, "I can't handle this," with "each day, I grow stronger and more resilient," you change not only how you think, but how you experience life itself. What once seemed impossible suddenly becomes possible. But here's something important. Affirmations are not just pretty words. They are instruments of transformation. For them to truly work, they need to be felt. An affirmation spoken without belief is like a seed tossed onto dry, barren ground. But when you infuse it with emotion, when you truly feel it, it takes root deep within you and begins to grow. At the heart of this journey lies our relationship with emotions. Negative emotions such as resentment, fear, and guilt act like barriers, damming up the natural flow of energy inside us. Over time, they create stagnation, leaving us feeling heavy and stuck. But positive emotions, love, joy, forgiveness, are like fresh, flowing water, washing away those blockages and restoring vitality. Think of a moment when you held on to resentment against someone. Perhaps the memory returned again and again, leaving you with a heavy heart, tension in your body, or even physical pain. Now compare that to the lightness you felt the day you finally let go and forgave. That shift is not imagined. It is real. It's energy moving. Forgiveness doesn't just heal relationships. It heals the very energy field within us. This is why learning to release old patterns is so essential. Many of us live on autopilot, repeating the same thoughts and habits that no longer serve us. By consciously choosing phrases like, "I release the patterns that no longer serve me," we create room for something new to emerge. Just as a gardener clears away weeds to allow flowers to grow, we too must clear away old habits to make space for healing and renewal. Another heavy force we carry is guilt. Sometimes guilt hides so deeply within us that we barely notice it. Yet it quietly shapes how we think and how we feel in our bodies. Chronic pain, for example, can often be the echo of unresolved guilt. Facing it requires courage, but it also brings liberation. When we shine light on guilt with compassion, we begin to see our mistakes not as lifelong sentences, but as lessons along the path of growth. Slowly, pain transforms. It stops being a punishment and becomes a messenger, guiding us toward deeper self-awareness and compassion. And this path naturally leads us to two essential companions: trust and self-love. Trust is not about believing that life will always be easy. It's about believing that no matter what happens, we carry within us the strength to face it. Just as we trust that after every exhale, a new inhale will follow, we can learn to trust the rhythm of life itself. Self-love, on the other hand, is not vanity or ego. It is a radical act of healing. It means looking at yourself without harsh judgment, recognizing your flaws and your strengths, and embracing yourself fully. When we practice self-love, we give ourselves permission to let go of destructive thoughts. We create an inner environment where true miracles can unfold. Because the miracle of transformation is this: when we shift our inner world, our beliefs, our emotions, our energy, the outer world begins to change as well. Life starts to mirror back the love, trust, and clarity we cultivate inside ourselves. By releasing fear and guilt, by nurturing trust and self-love, and by choosing to live in the present moment, we open the door to a life filled with peace, purpose, and joy. In the end, the greatest power of transformation is not outside of us. It has always been within us. When energy flows freely, when love and trust replace fear and doubt, we discover that the life we long for has been waiting all along, ready to emerge from within. And so, the real miracle is not about becoming someone new. It is about uncovering who we truly are beneath all the layers of fear, guilt, and limitation. That is where freedom begins. If this message resonated with you, and if you are ready to go deeper into healing, transformation, and awakening your inner power, make sure to subscribe to The Healing Vibe. Together, we'll keep exploring the path of self-discovery, trust, and love, unlocking the miracle that already lives within you.